Good morning, Stacey. How's it going?
It's going.
It's going. Well, you have on a really pretty dress today. Where'd you get it?
Got it from Macy's.
Is it new?
Yeah, it is actually.
Okay. Well, it looks really nice on you. Good. So, how have things been going this week?
Same old, same old.
Same. Okay. Tell me more about that.
I get up, tired, depressed, defeated, go through the day, go to sleep, get back up. It's like Groundhog's Day, the movie. It just never changes.
So, what happened? Tell me about what happened this week.
So I went to the grocery store and was doing shopping, and I was trying to find an item, and I walked up to one of the folks and I was like, "Can you help me find it?" And they were like, "Oh, it's that aisle." Went to that aisle, it wasn't there. Asked somebody else, they sent me to another aisle. It happened a third time, and I just left my groceries right in the middle of the aisle, and I went home. I just can't. I'm tired all the time. I can't focus. I don't know. It's too much.
Okay. So, I mean, that sounds like it's very frustrating. You're in the grocery store, you're trying to get what you need to go home and everything, and you can't find your items, and people are directing you in different directions, and you're still not able to get the groceries that you need. So, I definitely see how that could be very frustrating. You talked about not being able to sleep, and tell me more about that.
I lay there. I just lay there and I'm thinking about stuff, and then it's like all of this. It's just a lot of things, and I wouldn't have to worry about this if I wasn't here. I feel like I'm prolonging the inevitable of just leaving this place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you're saying that if you're prolonging the inevitable, meaning like prolonging the time until you pass away or die, right?
Yeah. I want to kind of speed this up so where I can just be gone.
Okay. So it sounds like you're having some thoughts of killing yourself. Okay. So let's talk through that. And I kind of want to go through an assessment with you, since it sounds like you are, thinking about killing yourself. Have you wished you were dead, or wished you just go to sleep and not wake up?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you? It sounds like you've had thoughts of killing yourself. Have you thought about like how you would do this?
Yeah, I just take my medicine, just all of it.
Okay. All your medicine. Okay. And of course you have access to your medication. Have you, when you've had these thoughts, have you had like the intention to do it? Like sometimes it's just a thought, but sometimes it's like I want to do this.
Yeah, I've had those thoughts like in the past week.
Okay. And then have you started to kind of work out a plan of how you would do it and how you would intend to carry it out?
Yeah, I want to be gone by the holidays. I cannot do the holidays.
Sounds like holidays is pretty rough too. And not being here would make you, if you would feel better if you were here. Is that what I'm hearing?
I wouldn't feel anything. I'd be out of here.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about some of your coping skills, because last time we did an assessment and we, walked through your coping skills. And it sounds like, maybe we need to tweak some things, or maybe some things we didn't use some of our coping skills. So let's kind of walk through that.
Okay.
I know you mentioned a friend last time. You mentioned Marla.
Yeah.
Okay. I see a smile on your face when we mentioned Marla. So maybe reaching out to her. So when she was, like I said, she was on your safety plan before. Maybe talking with her. Maybe she can go to the store with you.
Yeah, I can ask her.
Yeah. Okay. What were some of your other coping skills?
I like reading like manga and watching anime. Reading, of course, like sci-fi. I like walking around outside, like getting in the sun.
Okay. And again, I noticed that when you talk about some of your coping skills, you have a really big smile on your face. So those are things that really touch your heart, I think. And so let's make sure that we add some of those things to your coping skills. So you said, getting outside in the sun, which is really good for you. You talked about your sci-fi, reading sci-fi books. And you also talked about, what was the other one? Of course, Marla. So those are things that we can add. I do also want to offer another resource for you.
Okay.
I know we talked about it last time. Maybe calling 988, because that's a resource that could definitely help in a time where if you can't get in touch with Marla, or you know maybe not even feeling like reading a book or things like that. If you're outside, you can call 988 and they'll walk with you, kind of talk with you through some things. And also, if you are feeling like you need some immediate help, they can come out to the house and they can do an assessment, and even if you need to go to the hospital or go to like the behavioral health urgent care, you can do those things as well.
Okay. Yeah.
So those are some things that you can do, because like I said, when you talked about your coping skills, it sounds like those are things you really enjoy. And so I think if you do those things, sometimes those thoughts will kind of ease away, and you'll find yourself feeling a little bit better about things. Sometimes it's when you have those thoughts, it happens, but we use our coping skills to kind of help us get through those moments.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. So we got a couple of minutes left. So I want to kind of just recap our session. So when you came in, you seemed a little defeated. You talked about feeling defeated. You talked about your experience at the grocery store, and having feeling the anxiety of and frustration even of going through the different aisles, not being able to find what you need, even reaching out for help, and still not being able to get the help that you needed. So we talked about using your coping skills. So when you have those situations, because frustration is going to happen, when you have those frustrations, just using your coping skills to get yourself back on track. So does that sound like something that you're willing to do?
Yeah. It is. I can do those things.
Okay. So tell me, what's one thing that you have planned for this weekend?
Going shopping.
All right. Shopping is good. So you plan to go shopping this weekend. So you're going to another store. So maybe
Taking Marla with
take
me.
Marla with you just in case, some things happen and you find yourself feeling anxious, feeling frustrated. Then Marla's there to kind of walk with you and talk with you and help you get through that moment. Okay. Anything else you want to share today?
No, I'll let you know what happens next week when I see you.
Okay, that sounds good. So, I'm glad you came in today. I'm glad we were able to talk through some things. I'm glad you're going to use your coping skills. And in the meantime, again, if you're in a moment and you really need some help, reach out to 988 Marla using your coping skills. That's the best way to get you through that moment. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in. I'll see you next week.